I think it's all about agreeing on what to do. If you meet the right man and then you're married and then you respect your husband, he wants you to go to his church, definitely.
You have to follow. It depends on the vision they have, isn't it? It depends on their vision.
Just if you see her and you see she's got the qualities to be a wife, approach her.
You never know.
Yeah. We women, we're about to respect our husband. But even your husband, you're also about to respect your wife. Because if you don't respect your wife,
when you say respect, can you tell me a bit more?
Agreeing on certain things, yeah, like house things and house chores. If I'm cooking, it doesn't cost you nothing to wash out the dishes.
Welcome again. Welcome to our program. Welcome to our episode. I think it's episode 24. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's Talk Marriage, the podcast. We're here again. Thank you for the love, support you're showing us. Thank you for following us on our channel. Thank you for those who are commenting. Keep commenting, like. Let's see what you guys like. Let's see what you guys would like us to bring, the guests that you want us to bring on our show, and what you would like us to talk about. We've got another great guest today. She's not married this time. She's a single, serving the Lord. Very good friend of mine actually. And she's wanted to come on this show for a long time. So I said, why don't I bring her? Let's see what she has to say for the single people out there, for people who are not married, for people who are looking to get into relationships and stuff like that. Because we are talking about marriages, but we talk about relationships as well and talk about lifestyle. So her name is Sophie, a very good friend, and we hear what she has to say. Sophie, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. You've come a long way, but commitment.
It wasn't easy, but we're here.
But you're here.
Yeah.
You're looking very smart as well.
Thank you.
Bright colors.
Oh, thank you. Summertime.
Yeah,
so
it's summer.
When it's
They
summer,
match
the nice colors come out in summertime.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's not about me, it's about you, yeah?
I'm
okay.
Good. I'm happy to be here, actually. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It has been.
Yeah.
I had to pray about it, you see. I had to pray about it.
Oh, you did?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
But yeah, if you prayed about it, still God had your prayers.
Yeah.
Because it was, from where I came from, it was about 2 hours to get here.
It was, wasn't it?
And there was so much traffic because it's summertime, people moving around. So yeah.
But it's good to have you. Good to see you.
Good to have you too.
Tell us about Sophie. I don't really know much about you. I've trying to look around and say, Sophie. All I know is Sophie, she likes taking a lot of photos.
Come on.
She's always posting on Instagram. Puts her phone on there and dances to the music. Is that some kind of therapy or what?
Yeah, sometimes you need to do it in life. Sometimes people
let your hair down and just.
Yeah, sometimes when you're home, you're doing nothing. Just go on TikTok and make life. Okay. Let's have fun. Okay. Don't take life too serious sometimes.
Okay. So when you're home not doing nothing, that's what
in my own free time.
Okay.
Yeah, I love listening to worship music mostly. So I put on my full blast music and start listening to that.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
So I know Sophie is a mom. She's in the choir. She ministers. She's a nurse.
Yeah. My name is Sophie Kengonzi.
What else do you want to tell us about
Most people call me cute, actually.
Yeah, why do they call you cute?
That's what my mom gave me when I was still young. So
I see why she called you cute.
Yeah, I think that's
okay. And that's stuck.
Yeah, it goes stuck. So most people in my family know me as cute. It's just a few people. My pet name is Akiki. For us in Toro, we have pet names. So
what is Toro? Toro is your language in
Toro. Yeah, Toro is where my mom comes from.
Is a place.
Yeah, it's where we come from in Uganda. Yeah. So that's my pet name.
Pet name.
Pet names like something they give you traditionally. Like I don't know if in Kenya you've got that as well, but in Uganda
I think we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So that's my pet name. I'm a mom to one lovely boy.
He's 11.
Yeah, he's 11. Yeah, he's called Tyrone. And I serve God at Shepherd's Voice Ministries with Pastor Baka.
Yes.
And I sing in the choir.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've seen you at church as well. So
you've seen my what?
I've seen you at church several times.
You've seen me at church?
I've seen you at church.
Yeah. I do worship at the same church.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Amen. So how do you juggle ministry, church, work, and your boy?
Actually, this is something I've always done in the UK. Every time I'm getting a job, I always tell them I don't work Sunday.
Okay.
Because I always give Sunday is supposed to be a day for church, for God.
Yes.
Because if you don't know, in this country, you can find yourself working every day, Monday to Sunday.
Yes, very easily.
So if you set a limit for yourself and say Sundays, I'm putting them out unless it's unless it's an emergency, you have to go and give medication or do anything like that. Then I can go and help, but I don't normally work on Sundays. And that's how I find it. Sundays is always my day to go to church and pray. Yeah,
So
because I've grown up in church, my mom being a pastor.
Yes.
So whatever you do, in whatever situation, whatever comes to put, you always find yourself, you have to be in church. Because it's part of you.
Yes.
That's why, as they always say, when you bring up a child in church, whatever things they do,
when they're young, they will not depart.
They will not depart
they
from
will
it.
carry on when they're older.
Yeah, so I've never departed from church.
Yes.
I still love God, and I love to serve God. Yeah.
So now, because we talk about a lot of relationships in our channel, so you're single, I believe.
Yeah, still single.
Yes. Very pretty girl.
Thank you.
So what is it for you that you look for in a relationship? What would you be looking for? I'm sure you want to get married, isn't it?
Definitely, I want to get married. Yeah.
So what do you look for? What is it that, like if you ask me as a man, what do you look for in a woman? We have all this long list. And the 3 things that a man looks for in a woman, or maybe 5, but maybe the 3 is maybe, of course, after the looks. Of course, they got to be attractive.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Looks
Yeah,
has
they
to
got
be
to be
there.
attractive. They got to be, what do you call it? Person who can look after the house. And they got to know how to cook.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
But not all men look for women who want to cook. Some people don't mind about even if you don't know how to cook. I don't know.
Most of the men I spoke to, 90%,
okay,
they want someone who can cook like their mom. I don't know why it's always like their mom, but
okay.
Yeah. So what is Sophie, or what is it like as a woman?
I think,
what would you look for in a
as a
relationship?
woman, I think everyone has got their own priorities in a man. And I've got my own priorities. Of course, I would say someone who's God-fearing.
Okay, that has to be there.
Yeah, because if you're God-fearing,
then of course, then everything else will work, because you want to be able to go to church with them, isn't it?
Yeah. And I would say, of course, somebody who's going to take care of the family. Marrying someone who's going to, and then you're going to start to be struggling. Someone's going to take care of the family. Somebody who respects you. If a man does not respect you, trust me, you're going nowhere.
Yeah, but is that not what men look for either as well? Men have that problem where they have women who don't respect them. It's more the man who's looking for a woman who respects them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course, we women, we're about to respect our husband. But even your husband, you're also about to respect your wife. Because if you don't respect your wife,
when you say respect, can you tell me a bit more?
Agreeing on certain things, like house things and house chores. If I'm cooking, it doesn't cost you nothing to wash out the dishes, or if I load the dishes, it doesn't cost you nothing to empty the dishes. It's few things in the house. Respecting is like, what can I explain it? It's
I know what you mean by respect.
Working together as a man, someone who's your friend. So I think that's a very important thing. If you marry your friend, everything will be easier. But not marrying someone you don't know their characters, even their backgrounds, where they're from. Sometimes it also pulls you back. I don't know if you get me when I say that.
Yes.
Because for us, like if in Uganda, if you're from the West, and then you marry someone totally you don't know about, you don't know their culture, you don't know what their food. It's going to be a bit hard, but
do you not take your time to research on that, or what?
Yeah, of course you would research, but that's why I'm saying you need to marry someone at least you know their background, their culture.
So how are you gonna do that?
You date.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's why there's dating nowadays. Yeah.
And how long do you think this dating process should go on? Because some people say you should date for maybe, I don't know. I take it like 6 months is enough to know someone.
6 months?
Yeah, sometimes. No? What, a year?
A year? Yeah,
more than that? 2 years?
2 years might be too long.
Too long?
I'm not going to say it's going to be too long, but sometimes the longer you take dating, the more you get to know that person, and the more because when you live with that person, that's when you get to know more the things. But some people don't reveal the things until they're married.
Yes,
you can maybe dating unless you're living together and you're dating. But if you're dating and everyone is living different houses,
you go home and you don't know what they are.
You don't know where they are, and it becomes difficult.
And
then
to know when you get married, then it becomes a problem. So do you when you talk about that, then so what do you think about dating before you marry? Can you live with the person?
As a Christian, I don't think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
I don't believe that. I think it's after marriage.
After marriage.
Yeah. But now people have modernized everything.
Yeah.
Chris, I can't lie to you. People are living together before they even married.
Oh,
so,
yeah. People, no,
Yeah.
it happens. I mean, I even know Christians who do that. And they hide it as well. They don't want people to know. But in a way, I found that you don't blame them because you think, you know what, maybe I need to know who this person is.
Yeah, exactly. But again, because if you just keep dating outside and then you live in the house, you start colliding. That's why marriages are breaking nowadays. The rate at which marriages are breaking nowadays, and more of the young girls, because they did not get time to know the person they are getting married to.
Yes.
They reach in the house, they're colliding, they're fighting, they don't know each other. So again, I think I would support living together before marriage. I would say as a Christian, no. I don't know if you support me with that. And
After
again,
Christian,
I would say
it depends on the
again, I would say yes, because when you live with this person, that's when you know when they're angry.
Yes.
How do they react when you do certain things, or when you ask for something? How do they answer you back? So
are they going to support you even?
Are they gonna? Yeah, you have to know all that. So
and of course, now when you live with the person, like if you go to meet them, if I'm dating you and you come in looking this smart. When I live with you, you're not going to be looking this smart.
Why?
Well, I'm not saying you won't be looking this smart, but maybe there won't be any makeup, so to speak. You know what I mean? You know what I mean,
but people misunderstand anything. It's how you keep your looks. Yeah.
So when you wake up in the morning, you look like this, yeah?
No, of course this is not every but I always try to look good. I always try to look good, and even if I'm going to Tesco's, I'll get my brush and do a little bit and go. And because you never know, you're going to meet your husband, you're going to meet your man. Maybe you're walking down the train station and you're going to meet your husband.
What I'm saying is now you're married to the person. You're living with
Try to keep the look even when you're married. Because if you don't look good for your husband, he's going to look somewhere. He's going to find another
someone who looks nicer,
who's looking good. And then because for you coming back in the house and you're wearing these, in Africa we have these long dresses that women wear in the house. So they're called pamoja good dresses.
Oh, is it?
It's like a long dress you wear in the house. You have we've got those sleeping nets on 24 hours. It's summertime, and your husband comes back. You're all smelling food. No,
you're not oozing.
No,
sex.
you have to keep looking good for your husband, even when you're married. Try to entice the man, look good for him, so that he does. Even if you're not home, he will think about where is Sophie, when is she coming back? When is she gonna be home? To me, that's what I think it's supposed to be.
That's true. That's very true. So, because I find a lot of women, and I've seen this over the years.
Yeah, it happens. It's happening a lot.
Before you get married, you're looking very nice. Once you get married, all that now goes out the window. Suddenly now, there's no more making an effort.
Plus adding children.
Yeah, children.
Sometimes I don't blame them. When you have one child is fine. Like I've got one kid, that's why I'm still looking married. I don't know. When you have more than 2 or 3 kids, the responsibilities become more.
And there's body changes as well.
Of course, there's body changes, but still doesn't stop you from looking good. After having a kid, still look after yourself. We've got things. Work hard, do a walk. Still try to look good. Don't let yourself be there because now I've got 2 kids. I'm gonna be wearing anyhow going out. No.
So when I see you after you got married a few years, you'll be looking like this, yeah?
I will be looking like this. I can promise you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then I think we spoke off air a while, and you're telling me that people get put off by you seeing how you are and so on. What would you think you would want to do to make yourself more appealing to a man out there so that men can see you? Because if you find a man that likes you, are you going to go up to him and say, I like you? Or are you going to wait for them to go to...
No, that's very hard to do, honestly.
Yeah, it's hard to do,
but you appreciate the person. You can appreciate them, but it's very hard nowadays for a woman.
The first day I saw you, let me tell you, when you first came to church, the first day, I think you brought your mom. Your mom was preaching. Your mom preached a few times in church. And then you bringing the Bible to her, to the pulpit and so on. And I look at you and I say, oh, wow, that's Sophie, that's girl. I didn't know your name. She looks nice. And I'm thinking, okay. And then one day I was coming up the stairs. Where as you go to the toilets and then into the auditorium. And then you were walking out. I don't know what you're doing. And then I said hello. You completely blanked me.
Did I?
Yeah. Obviously, you don't notice. You didn't know that.
Oh, no.
And then you came, and I said, really? And I'm thinking, now you're telling me, if this is a girl who's looking to get married, and she can't even see me to appreciate.
No. Sometimes I am, by the way, I could sometimes be a shy girl. I could, however much I try to talk, I sometimes be quiet. I intend before, because when I joined, like when I used to come to church, every time after the service, I would find my way to run to my car to go home.
Oh, is it?
Because I was finding it hard to, I don't know
interact with
people. What are people gonna think about you? So every time after the service, I would take off. I would always be either number one, number two to run out of church. But now I got used to church. I know.
You know a few people.
I know people in church. We became family. So yeah.
So, but how do you intend on meeting someone? Is it just in church, or do you think?
No, not only in church, but of course, wherever he is, God will bring him.
God will bring him.
Yeah.
That's what you're hoping.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna do much work as Sophie. You just wait for God.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good answer. So, are there any men in church you've seen who appeal to you, or?
I'm not. I'm in church.
Yeah. Or you're not gonna say?
In my church particularly, we have so many handsome men in church, but
none of them that you think can be.
I'm not saying none of them, yeah, but
okay,
yeah.
But what? Or you don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about that.
Why
one.
not? You're not gonna mention any man's name. They say, yeah, there's someone I like them, and then we'll go and find out who the man is, and they say, listen, that man, Sophie has an eye. Can you step up?
You're just praying to God to make a way.
Oh, right, is it? Does he know about it? Does the man know? The man knows about it.
No, I don't know, but not in church. I'm saying wherever my man is, God is going to bring him.
No, that's not the question I'm asking.
What's the question?
I said
can you not talk about that in church?
Okay, let's leave that one alone then. So, okay, then the man that you're hoping for. Do you want him also to have a child like you, or it doesn't matter? Or is it?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Because
again,
it is, because no, it's not a hard question. It's one of those where we meet someone, if they have a child, especially a woman, the first thing they will tell you is, by the way, I have a child, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, others can hide if you have more than 3 kids at a one. Maybe they will tell you in later time. But me, I am this person. I will tell you straight away when I've just known you. I've got a boy who is 11 years old. You either take me with my whole baggage or you leave me.
Okay.
So
that's very important. That's very important.
With a man having children, I don't know how I'm gonna say about that one, but I think it depends. If a man loves you and can take care of the family.
Yeah, but you see, nowadays it's very difficult to meet someone. Especially when you're a certain age. If you meet a man, assuming you're 35, assuming you're looking for someone who's a bit older, isn't it? I would assume.
Definitely.
Yeah. So you maybe be 37, maybe even 40. Yeah. If you meet a man who is 40 and who is single, hasn't got children, even you start thinking there's a problem here. How come he's been single for 40 years? Where has he been?
Yeah.
Isn't it? In a way, it could be a blessing. You could say, oh yeah, maybe God has given me a man has got no baggage. But more often than not, you'll be wondering, where have you been? How come you're. So so you expect that he might have a child. He might have been in a relationship before, and there's a child, even if the child is living with the mom.
But exactly. But nowadays, finding a man who has no children it's very hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If a man has his children and he loves his children, it's okay. It's a family.
That's what I'm saying. So it will be okay for you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because you have a child as well, so it'll be something that you can.
Yeah.
And then you have a child together or a few children together.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
How many children do you want to have? How many children?
I want 2 children actually.
2 more?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need them soon.
That's what I'm saying. You need to start early.
Yeah.
This man, wherever he is, you need to call him.
I know. Please, man, wherever you are, come to me.
Come, Sophie is here.
Yeah.
Those who are watching.
Yeah, come to me.
Sophie is single. She's looking.
Yeah.
Okay. What more do you want to tell us about Sophie? I mean, I like your story as well, by the way, you know. You told me you've been here for 15 years in the UK.
Yeah, I came here in I've been here 7. So that is about...
that's going to be more than 2.
Yeah, it's going to be more than that. I've been here for a long time.
That's good. And the journey has been very good because, you qualified, you're a nurse.
Yeah, I work as a nurse.
You're a British citizen?
I'm a British citizen.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
And
and my mom is here now. My sister is here.
You go.
And I really thank God because my mom is here, because I've always had to go back to Uganda to see my mom and see. Ever since she came, I'm at peace. She's up, and I made sure she stays because she was gonna go back very soon. I kept on saying, "Mommy, stay." But we thank God she she managed to stay, and God has been faithful. He's been good to our family.
And I see you travel a lot.
I love traveling. That's one thing my husband should know, actually. I love traveling.
You're gonna go with him, or you're gonna go no?
I love someone who loves traveling, because I'm always out flying, going, and I'm even flying out very soon. I'm flying out very soon.
Nice.
In this year, I've got 3 more trips to go. 3 more trips to go to before the year ends.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You're only in April before the year ends.
Yeah, I love traveling. And but when God makes a way for you, you use it. I've always prayed, if I ever become a British, where I don't have to struggle looking for visas to go to these other countries or wherever they are, I will travel. And I can promise you, I've been to like 5. I've been
5 countries.
Yeah.
Already.
I've been to Turkey. I went to Dubai.
Wow.
I went to Lithuania. I went to Riga. I went to...
Is it Czech Republic or something?
Czech Republic, yeah. Czech Republic. About 5 countries I've been to. It's just few months.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I'm still traveling.
That's good. So you want someone you can travel with as well?
Yeah.
Who loves that?
We need to travel before more kids get in. Even when we have kids, still, when those long summer holidays come, you can travel as a family. You take your kids away.
Do you want someone who's going to be in ministry like you, or it doesn't matter?
Ministry?
Do you want somebody who's going to be in ministry like you, singing or participating in church?
It doesn't matter. Even if you're serving God in whatever department you're in, it's absolutely fine.
And if they're in a different church, will you move to their church, or would you want to stay where you are?
I'm not gonna say, but I don't know how to say. From a different church to move, it depends. I think it's all about agreeing on what to do. If you meet the right man and then you're married and then you respect your husband, he wants you to go to his church, definitely. You
have to follow. It depends on the vision they have, isn't it? It depends on their vision.
Yeah, it depends on their vision.
If you see what vision they have and so on.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this is an audition for Sophie to get married, yeah?
Amen.
Well, I'm only kidding. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's very important, because I've seen that. I mean, I've seen a lot of churches where people come, the woman comes, and after a while, some will stay in the church, and the man decides, let's move to my church. And of course,
you move if it's for your husband, and if it's God's calling, and you say, because if you're all gonna be in the ministry, and you decide to serve God, why not? Go serve with your husband in the same church. I don't see any problem with that, because I already told you, we grew up in church. We used to be the Sunday school singers, like there's Youth on Fire. They sing in the choir. We sing in the band. My mom's church. We used to, so you
can actually sing?
Yeah.
Really? I've never had you sing. I'll just see you on the microphone.
Though I still have that fear in me of holding the microphone to stand and sing. But if I get a serious someone say, you can sing, I can.
But I see you singing every Sunday.
I sing, but I haven't to lead. I haven't done the leading. No.
Oh, that's good. And do you think men get threatened by you?
Sometimes,
by you, how you are, by maybe the way
sometimes a little bit. Some people think you have a lot of money. They look at you like, will I handle this woman?
Nothing wrong with having a lot of money, is there?
Some people look at you, but they get threatened by just your looks.
So how do you think men are going to overcome that to be able to get to Sophie?
Just approach any woman, however much she looks like. Just approach her, whether she looks beautiful, she looks how. Just if you see her and you see she's got the qualities to be a wife, approach her.
You never know.
Yeah. I would say approach. Even if you see someone at church as well and you want to approach, take a step of faith.
Okay.
Never fear.
Hallelujah.
Because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but
love on a sound mind, is it?
Yeah.
Power, love on a sound mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing, man. So, what else would you want to tell us about Sophie?
About me, I love cooking.
Oh yes.
You had missed that
one.
I know.
You love cooking.
I love cooking because it's a passion I have in me, and I'm a very quick cook. You can put me everything there in 1 hour, 2 minutes. I've prepared the very nice meal for you and you've eaten. So I do cooking. I even used to do it as part-time thing.
As in for paid?
Yeah, I would make like mandazis, even if you know mandazi.
Yes.
Chapatis, things like that.
East African.
And then it became too much for me. Like every Saturday I was in the kitchen cooking for people. And others are giving a little money, and I'm not doing nothing with my son. I'm finding myself cooking. So I cut it out.
They gave you little money. You need to sell yourself out there.
No, I stopped because it was taking much of my weekends. And the weekend you have off, you want to do something with your son, and you find you have an order coming in, and you have to of course, and someone has already paid their money to do something for them, and it comes first. So
wow,
I had to slow down.
To stop it.
I still do it partly for the people I love, family and friends.
Cooking is a big thing. Trust me. I mean, especially for man.
Yeah, the man who will get me, Chris, I can tell you, he's gonna be the luckiest.
They say they wait to a
and
man's
they'll eat fresh food every single day.
What are you gonna do with the other one, the one you ate yesterday? What are you gonna do with it?
If I cook food that I'm gonna finish in the house,
You finish it?
No, let me say, if it's leftovers, like what, like rice, you throw it away.
Okay. How is?
I know mom always tells me often I should not throw food, because why should you make too much rice and rice takes 30 minutes to cook?
It doesn't take 30 minutes. It's take less.
Even less than that. Actually, even less than that. You do fresh rice.
So you make enough that we know.
I know that's gonna be enough. Even if it's something left, it's gonna be tiny winner. I can make it in the next day in another different way. I can get that rice and do maybe an egg fried rice out of it, but I try and make it in a different way, not the same rice we ate yesterday and then eat it today.
But that can be very difficult, because you need to portion it. Because then, if you're gonna throw it away again, in this economic times, throwing things away is not very. And then, if you meet a man who eats a lot, because I know there are men
which is good. I would love someone who eats. I love to cook. I love to cook for my husband to come and eat, because when you cook and your husband comes and eats, you feel happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want my husband to come back and find this different types of meal. I've cooked this one, I've cooked this one, then he eats, and then.
And you look after the house as well?
Definitely. I am OCD. I am like clean, spot on.
Yes.
I love cleaning. I love being in a clean environment. Yeah, I don't like walking in the house and seeing dirty walls and saying no. I love place which is clean. But when you have kids, of course, you can understand. With kids involved, sometimes it's hard to keep the house so clean. But I try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. So, anything else we want to know about Sophie?
Nothing.
What do you like doing on your part time, on your free day? Okay, apart from taking videos on Instagram.
Oh God, that's apart from that. Normally, I'm with my family. Either I'm with my mom or.
But you're when you say you're a busy person, because I know that.
I am a very busy person, honestly.
Yeah. So you need someone who can be able to accommodate that business, because I know sometimes.
No, but when you get married, life changes.
Oh yeah, that's
Chris, you should know that one. When you get married, life changes a little bit. I'm not gonna be working the way I'm working right now, because the husband is here to provide. So
yes.
I'm not gonna be. I'm a night shift staff. I normally work at night, so I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna be working every night, because I'm not gonna leave my husband alone in the house.
But when you say the husband is there to provide, I hope you don't mean just he's gonna do everything. Or is that the expectation? It's a
50-50.
Yes, well, 50-50. Maybe he could do more than you.
Oh, to do more than me. But when there's nothing in the house, I cannot say I'm waiting for him to come back. I can put something there.
Are you going to be answering your messages when someone messages you?
Well, because I work at night, most of the time in the day I sleep.
You're sleeping?
Yeah, and I wake up to go pick up my son from school. So some people intend to message me when I'm sleeping. And I know people are really bad at that messaging bit. But I am this person who responds. And when I find a missed call, I always call back. Because the reason why we have phones is called a mobile phone.
Yeah, because it's mobile. You can take it with you everywhere.
You have to take it with you everywhere. You never know why you're calling me. Maybe you have an emergency. Maybe you have a problem. So if I call you and you don't pick up, I imagine, maybe he's not able to reach his phone. But when you get your phone, try to call back that person and say, Chris, you called me, or Sophie, you called me. Is everything okay? Find out. But there's some people who don't respond completely. So I am not that person. I try to be a good person. I respond. However much I've missed your messages, once or twice, I was sleeping and I told you.
So when you meet someone and you're dating them, are you gonna be? You'll have to make sure you have to say that, okay, this is where this is going. You don't want someone to waste your time, is it? So for you, when you
at my age, of course, no one wasting my time at this point.
You're meeting someone and you're telling them, look, this is my vision. It's because I want to get married. If that's not your vision, step aside, isn't it? I'm assuming, isn't it?
Of course, as a woman, when you're growing up, you reach a certain age whereby you don't want people to waste your time. You just need somebody who's ready, and you're good to go. So
you'd be like John the Baptist, who said, "Are you the one? Or
shall
we expect another?
Shall we expect another? Yeah. But then again, men nowadays, they want to date you, they want to keep you there waiting.
So finally, before we finish,
Mm.
do you believe in sex before marriage, or it has to be after marriage? Or you don't gonna answer that?
My mom is watching, you know.
Don't worry about your mom.
I don't believe I believe in sex after marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but though it's a different world now, people intend to do shortcuts
Oh, okay.
and do it before
Sophie
marriage.
is not gonna be doing shortcuts.
Huh?
For the sake of this, Let's Talk Married, the podcast. We hope that Sophie will wait to get married and then
Yes.
enjoy the fruits of
By
marriage.
the way, I had a child before I got married. That wasn't good for
Yeah,
me.
but that happens. That's how life takes
Yeah.
you, and,
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Good to have you, Sophie.
Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
you for coming.
Thank you
looking
so
bright.
much. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Don't worry, I will send you the comments because I know you'll have a few takers on there.
Oh Lord.
And people will be asking, who is this guy?
I know. I'm ready
Yeah.
for the comments.
Yeah.
I follow you as well on Insta, you know.
That's good.
So I'm gonna watch everything. And
So where can we find you? Give me your social handles.
Where?
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok. Where can we find you? What do you call yourself on Instagram and
Almost
TikTok?
on my Instagram, I call myself cute. I use cute Sophie on most of my things.
Mm-hmm.
On my Instagram, I use cute Sophie. On TikTok, I use cute Sophie as well. And I'm not so much of a Facebook person, honestly. But I use as well cute Sophie.
Okay.
But I'm not a Facebook person. I'm more of a TikTok and Snap person.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We will put the links on the description there, and people can follow you.
Definitely,
People
I'll
can
be
find
ready
you.
to watch.
People can find you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for
Hopefully
having
we
me.
see you again on that seat, and we'll see.
Thank
The next time maybe you never know.
I'll come back when I'm already.
Aha!
Maybe this was good for me. Maybe
Yeah,
somebody
good
whoever is there is gonna come back more.
Yes.
So let me go take this girl now.
Take it. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We've got Sophie. We'll put the link on the description. You can follow her. And we'll see you on the next podcast. Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.